Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass. Thanks for joining me. There's lots going on at Theatre Orangeville these days. It's a really, really busy place. And two very, very special friends are just about to join us to talk about a show that we just opened here at Theatre Orangeville, Laneway Cafe. The stars of that show, Jane Spence and Jeffery Wetsch. Uh-oh, we started recording. Hello. So welcome, Jane, Spence, Jeff Wetsch. How are you guys? How are you doing? Great to see you.
We're doing great, all considered, really. It's been a lovely week of mushy walks. But
the last time I saw you, when we did our filming for Laneway Cafe, you guys were in different rooms in the house, I guess. It's neat to see you in the same shot.
or it's amazing that we're in the same shot.
Well, okay. Yeah, no, I get
it. COVID, this is love, right?
I get it. Yeah. COVID times. I get it. So you're both you're well, you're happy, you're healthy, you're doing good. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Coping with online school or in school or
we have one that goes part-time, I guess. He goes in, I don't know, for a half day, 3-4 times a week. And then the rest of the time he's at home. And he's doing phys ed, which I was curious about how that would work. But it's great. Like he has
I did the same look.
His home is like taking the dog for a walk, and he has to take pictures of his sweaty self and send it to the school.
Well, you play volleyball by yourself in the house. You know, like
I know, it's so bad.
Well, challenges the imagination.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to remind audiences, Jane, the first show you did here at Theatre Orangeville was Ed's Garage, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So Ed's Garage, Elvis and Mavis, Ladies Foursome.
We did Melville Boys together there.
The Melville Boys, of course, you guys did together. Jeff, I think that was the first time you were at Theatre.
That was my first, yeah. You did Christmas shows.
Yeah, I did A Christmas Story.
Yeah, you played the mom in the pink chenille bathrobe in Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And of course, co-directed Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, so you've done a lot with it. And Jeff, we got to get you back here more often. I mean, I guess Ghost Island Lights and Off the Grid, I guess.
Off the Grid, Melville, and that's it, yeah.
And Melville, yeah. So we got to get you guys up here more.
I love Orangeville.
Well, as soon as we're all able to do that, we will. It was great to have you. I mean, you are with us now for Laneway Cafe, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But it's just it's weird times, my friends. What's giving you joy these days? Where are you finding joy?
He's finding joy in cooking, which is fantastic on one hand, and on the other hand, giving me more need to cycle and go for walks.
Come on. We eat healthy. Yeah, but I mean, I've always been a cook, but I've sort of kicked it up, because right before the pandemic, I was still recovering from that knee surgery as well. So that's sort of, I've been in pandemic for about 2 years now.
I think he's watched every episode of.
I think actually me and David are going to have a cook-off. Yeah, I think we should do that.
Taste tester.
Because you're a chef as well.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I like to cook. I love to cook. My favorite thing to make is risotto. I love making risotto. I just love it's the stirring, it's the calming thing, something like that. Yeah, I love to cook. Although, Jenny, I sympathize because my dilemma is Lisa has dug out all of her mother's baking recipes and stuff. So there's a great restaurant here in town, Deja Vu, and Jen Betts, who runs it, has been supplying, with her restaurant suppliers, has been helping people out. So very first time everybody was in the flour yeast panic. Remember those days when we were all in that kind of thing? And Lisa put in an order for some flour, and we thought we were getting 20 pounds of flour. In fact, we got 20 kilograms of flour. So we seem to be blowing through these industrial-sized bags of flour. And so unfortunately, the 10 pounds that I've gained in the last whatever is starting to show. So yeah, totally got it.
He figured out how to make homemade pasta, which is amazing. But
I've been kicking it, man.
Oh yeah, man, you're getting really sick.
Yeah, well, it's your German background too, right? So that my mom and the family, those depression farmer, that's what they made, dough. So yeah, I'm refining some of those old German dishes, which is awesome. Music? We've been using music quite a bit, actually, to get through stuff.
He just taught me a song on the ukulele the other day. So.
What is it?
Free?
Free. Yeah. Free. The song's called Free. It's like, well, I'll send you the song. But she's starting to do her little ukuleles, which, I mean, I've always been a piano player, and now at this pandemic, I've been spending a lot of time with the guitar and singing again. And because I teach Mathis, our son, piano, so music's been getting us through, actually, which is really nice.
Yeah, well, music always. I love the ukulele. I can only play one song on the ukulele, and that's very, very bad. I can only play Jolene on the ukulele,
that's a
which
great
is
song.
One of my most favorite songs ever. Becky Morris, our production manager, this a couple of years ago, sort of when we could still gather, put us a whole bunch of us in a room who had never played and had like the chart, and it was really great. So yes, we learned to play Jolene, but that's kind of the extent of it. We have one in the booth, actually. I haven't seen it in a while. We call it the booth ukulele, and anytime like a like a cue to cue, or whenever it gets really just stressful or whatever in the theater, you go up to the booth, you take the booth ukulele, and you just strum it. You don't have to play, but just as soon as you strum a ukulele, you can't help but smile, right? So,
it's a happy instrument.
Yeah. Better together. That was the other song with Jack Johnson.
Oh yeah,
we're better together. See, I only sing love songs.
Well, that's because you're a hopeless romantic, my friend.
I am. It's really sad. My Mathis makes fun of me all the time, going, "Can you just play something upbeat?" But
no, I'm in love. No, I'm the same way, man. Give me that. I want the crooners. I want those guys in tuxedos.
Yes.
Yeah. And women in fancy ball gowns singing in a microphone. That's my. Oh man, I sound old.
Or maybe it's telling us we need to do like a World War II music themed show or something where we get some of that classic great sounding stuff with some crooning voices. That's what we.
Well, hey, I like that idea. Maybe we should do a crooner show. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let me think about that. Of course, the other thing that's the main thing that's kept me going, has been doing cocktails and cocktail books, and that was just becoming too dangerous and, quite frankly, just far too expensive.
There was a great book you put out for Christmas, wasn't there, with all the cocktails that you've been doing?
Oh, this book? I just happen to have 500 copies right now.
Oh, nice.
I said a couple of times. Oh, and this is a really rare one. This one is unsigned because we couldn't stop the author from signing them. So if you can find one that's unsigned, it's considerably more valuable than one that is signed, right? So, yeah. I promise, Lisa, this is the last time I will ever tell this story. Is that we're selling it at Booklore, which is the great independent bookstore we have here in town, this cocktail book. It was Nancy Frater, who owns the bookstore. It was really her idea with a couple of other folks to put this thing together. And I don't know, just before Christmas, about a week before Christmas, I got a call from her in the middle of a Saturday afternoon. And she said, can you bring me another box of books? They come like 25 in a box or something. And I said, yeah, sure. We've still got a couple. And for all of you out there in TV land, there are still some available. If you go to Booklore, theaterorangeville.ca, there's the shameless self-promotion. And she said, can you send me some more books? And I said, yeah, sure. And so I took a box down. I'm wearing a mask, and I kind of left them at the front door. And Nancy opened the door and she took them in. And I said, it's selling well? And she says, oh, yes, you're second in sales only to Barack Obama. And I went, so I called Barack and said, Barack, your book dropped 3 weeks before mine. No wonder your sales are better. Anyway, yeah, it's been great fun.
And he's just got a few more followers.
Well, not many. And yeah, so it brought us a lot of joy. That's been bringing us a lot of joy.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. So Laneway Cafe, that was kind of a weird little adventure. Wasn't it different, wonderfully different, and kind of very innovative and fun? It's already getting great feedback from those that have seen it, which is terrific. And I hope you guys, thanks for just being so wonderful, because it was a cold read for all intent. Well, it was a cold read. Let's not kid ourselves, right? You guys just boom for it. I know that Marnie Walsh, the playwright, took away a lot of great stuff, great comments from you guys on that as feedback from that. So
I love part of that process. The workshop process for new work is one of the most exciting phases, I think. And I find it's an honor to be able to contribute when someone's, you know, just birthing a new creation. And I think, you know, as an actor, you need a director, an outside eye to help guide you as you're, you know, working towards opening a show. And for a writer, to be able to use actors as a resource, a dramaturge as a resource to get that feedback and strengthen your piece. It's a wonderful part of the process to be involved in. Very exciting.
Yeah. But the cold reads thing, Jane, is you are no stranger to that concept. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your endeavor of cold reads?
Well, yeah, I actually encountered cold reads in Vancouver when I first got there. And basically what it is a writer getting to hear their work in front of an audience. So actors are cast on the spot that night. You get one chance to kind of read it over with the author, and then it's read publicly for everybody who's come that evening. So the author can hear when a joke lands or sense, you know, if people are engaged in their piece, and then get feedback after the reading as well. So you get an honest audience reaction, and then get to discuss it with whoever you like over a cocktail after the evening.
Did I mention I have a cocktail book? It's upside down. Yeah. I mean, it's such a, I always feel like as a director and as an actor too, I mean, of course, kind of the only person who hires me to act anymore is me. So it's quite self-serving, but certainly as a director, you know, working with a new piece, it's, I mean, it's exciting and it's neat to kind of be, but it's really, I mean, it's an honor, you know, that a playwright trusts us with that element of trust, but it's also such a, I feel such a responsibility. We all, you know, we share such a responsibility, say to like with Laneway Cafe, just for example, about, you know, your input on that as to where that goes, like, you know, what the next incarnation might be for that play, whether it's developed into a full 2-length or we film, or, you know, whatever's going to happen with it, right? About that, it's an amazing responsibility because, you know, very much when we're doing those premiere productions, you as artists, you as actors are, you know, everybody's going to go, they're going to read the play and go, oh, Jeff Wetsch played this. Oh, okay, now I have a bit of a sense of that. You know, like, I mean, we can't help but do that. And it's just,
yeah.
You know,
that is also, I was thinking about that the other day when we disconnected, how like the three of us do a play together. The same process happens with writers, is the luck of life and who you meet and what actors read your parts will help define what that piece becomes. And so it's all, yeah, you're right. It is a huge responsibility to go, all right, that's because it's just whether directly or indirectly, it's a part of that river now. It's in there. It's just, and that, but I love that stuff. So,
and everybody that comes to it's going to relate to that piece from their own experience. So that's going to alter how it's interpreted, perceived, and changes with those actors bringing what they have to the piece, who they are, their experiences.
That's why I was really, I was with Laneway, that, you know, that process that we enjoy and that we experience, that an audience comes in and they sit and even maybe sometimes they're not even aware that it's a new piece. You know, here at Theatre Orangeville, audiences, a lot of the work we do, they've never heard of it before, right? It's new work. Like they don't know what, they don't know what Laneway Cafe is. They know they're going to see fantastic actors in it, and that, you know, we work with great designers, or Becky Morris or whoever, is that it's going to have a fabulous set. It's going to look great. It's going to be terrific talent, but they don't know what the play is. So that process of that kind of behind the scenes process about bringing that forward, because normally it's usually about a year to bring a play forward. It's about 18 months to bring a musical, well, at least 18 months to bring a musical forward. Mind you, depending on the composer, I guess. It could be longer. I've waited longer.
It's been longer. Yeah.
You finished writing those 20 songs yet? What are you doing? Come on. Anyway, well, I'm glad you guys are doing well. Here's an interesting question, only because it happened to me the other night. I don't know, it was probably around 3 o'clock in the morning. I had, which I haven't had in quite some time, I had an actor's nightmare. You guys, that ever happened to you guys? It must.
Last night.
Oh, did you really?
Did you really? My actor's nightmare is always the same. It's always the opening night of Les Miserables. I haven't rehearsed. I haven't done the show in like 5 years. They just say, go on. I hear the overture start. I just start to panic and I can't find my pants. It's always, I don't know the words or I don't know the lyrics and I can't find my pants. It's the same thing. It drives me crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. I used to have the same one until it actually happened. And then I'm serious, Davey. I lost my nightmare, my actor's nightmare. I was doing Dirty Dancing and it was one of these, oh, sorry, baby. It was one of these scenes where the whole cast was on stage except for me. And I had one dresser and I was supposed to do this quick change while they were distracting. And then I come in for this solo scene as the waiter and I have to switch my entire outfit. So I get back there and my fitter had my clothes, my change person was gone. Dresser wasn't there. Just fell asleep or napped. He just didn't show up. And the only pants I could find was this young fella dancer who was about this big. And so there's me slipping these pants on and I had to go on. So I had no choice. And I went on and the crotch came about mid-thigh. And I walked out into the Royal Alex and the entire company was backstage in the wings watching me go out and do this very, very serious waiter scene to Baby and her father. And after that, I lost the dream. I don't have that dream anymore. So we can cure you of it if you'd like.
Oh, great. Yeah. I just have to go on stage with no pants. Is that what it is? Finally, just get over it.
Face your fears, David.
Face your fears, David. Face your fears.
Confront the fear. Confront the fear. Jane, what's yours? Can you share yours or is it too weird?
Well, usually actor's nightmare traditionally is not knowing your lines. I had the strangest one. I don't know if anyone really wants to hear it. I was actually going to help you with an audition last night, but you were doing it on top of this platform.
As I do.
At the home of this lovely English couple. I don't know why.
As we do.
And I had to climb up, but every foothold had an ornament that I was knocking off.
That was your actor's nightmare.
And I had to do it, trying to read the lines with one hand. I was like, why are you doing this audition up here? I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
It's all your fault, John.
Now I've shared it with everybody. And, I have no regrets.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. My friends, thank you so much for joining me for a couple of minutes. Thanks for making me laugh. Thanks for just being so spectacularly wonderful and talented as you always are, and for making that show such a great success. And
thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of it. We had a lot of fun, and it was an honor to work with Marnie and be a part of that new beginning.
Yeah,
and it's always good to spend some more time with you, my friend.
Well, you're smooth, man. You're smooth. Thank you, my friends. See you soon.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Janie. Thanks, Jeff. It's always great to see you guys, and you always make me laugh. Thank you so much for that. There is lots going on in the community. Look at this list I've got of all this fantastic stuff. You must check this out. I had a look at this last week, and it absolutely blew my mind. Powerful, evocative, beautiful, incredible art exhibition. It's happening. It's called Solidarity in My Community. It runs until March 31st. It's celebrating Black History Month. It's a digital exhibition, forgive me, at the Museum of Dufferin in partnership with the Dufferin County Canadian Black Association. They invited artists and photographers from all across Canada to contribute to represent the theme Solidarity in My Community. Go to dufferinmuseum.com and check out this exhibition. It is spectacular. Do not miss it. They've also got just remind us about, the museum reminds us about some featured flavors around our community during Black History Month here in the Orangeville area. Be sure to check out Mrs. D Jerk. Their roti is spectacular. They do pastry. Nella's Jerk, which I've raved about on this before. Nella, oh my goodness, her jerk pork. It sells out by noon, so if you want to check it out, get over there. Topville Jamaican Cuisine, we had some takeout from there the other night. It's wonderful. The Afrofusion Market here in Orangeville is tremendous. I haven't been up to the African and Caribbean grocery store up in Shelburne, but my spies told me that it's wonderful, wonderful too. A really cool thing is happening right now in town. Get your phone, get one of these, and get ready to explore Orangeville and the community in a totally new way. The town of Orangeville has created a digital scavenger hunt to help you discover some of the details, the history, the uniqueness of downtown Orangeville. Your quest, when you do this, is to solve 16 clues about public art, businesses, history that are all in the downtown. So this digital scavenger hunt is available. You can download the free Goose Chase app for all the walking tour instructions. It's really going to be a lot of fun. There's always outdoor activities going on in our community. Check out the rinks. Go to orangeville.ca for skating, snowshoeing, all that great kind of stuff. There is a 300-meter skating trail, which is really wonderful. It's getting a little mild these days, but I'm sure it's going to get cold again, around Island Lake Conservation Area, which is happening. You can skate there, you can fish, you can hike. They have snowshoes and fishing rods that are available to rent. Go to cvc.ca for all the updates, and particularly the ice conditions. If you're going to go out on that ice, make sure you check that first before you just go on out there. Cross-country skiing is available at Mono Nordic on the weekends and holidays for members only, but there are public trails that are open if you go to mononordic.com. Again, one more shameless self-promotion for Raise Your Spirits. Get down to Booklore and get a copy of that if you want. Please, 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 as always, continue to support our local businesses, restaurants, and the farmers market. Go to downtownorangeville.ca for all the details on what's going on there. And of course, don't forget Theatre Orangeville Presents Online, bringing you great online programming all the time. Currently running here at Theatre Orangeville is Laneway Cafe by Marnie Walsh, a tremendously talented local playwright. It's a script tease presentation for our new play development. And what we're really sharing is the process of how we bring a new play, a brand new play, to stage on your, to life on your stage, of what that process is, of what that looks like, of how we work with actors, actually Jane and Jeff, who of course you just met, on how we start to develop it so that we can bring it to you as a fully realized production. We're giving you a really rare and unique insight into the creative process at Theatre Orangeville. Go to theatreorangeville.ca for all the information on that show and future shows that are coming up. Talk to Diane at the box office. She'd love to hear from you. Talk to a real person. Go to 942-3423 or 1-800-424-1295 to get all the information you can. She would love to hear from you. We would love to have you join us for Theatre Orangeville Presents Online. See you in your online theater really soon. Stay healthy, stay happy.